Thanks for tuning in. Some of the viewers might be able to see behind me is a 14th century barn. Now, the reason I'm stood in front of this magnificent building is because it is home to the Risby Barn Antique Centre, and I'm fortunate enough to be joined by its owner this morning, Richard Martin. Richard, thanks for taking the time to speak to us.
Morning, Ed.
So, Richard, we've been travelling all around the country and the regions, and we've been speaking to different people about the cost of living crisis and how, with the price rises, it's having an adverse effect on their business. Have the price rises been having a bit of a challenge on your business?
The main one is the electric one, obviously. Our electric bill has doubled in the last few months. Just all of a sudden, new contract, doubled the price. In fact, we've gone up about 2.5 times.
2.5 times, and so now is that a fixed contract at 2.5 times?
Yep, fixed contract. We've got a 2-year contract now. The only way we could actually get the price down a little bit was to go for the 2-year contract.
Gosh, a lot of people are. If you step this way just a tad, sir, a lot of people are saying that with the cost of living crisis, people are having less disposable income, and as a result, they're spending less in shops. Are you finding there is a change in shopping habits?
Very much so. We've noticed the items which are perhaps under £25 are still selling quite well. The ones which are over £200, like if you wanted the chest of drawers, then you're still going to buy a chest of drawers. But the bits between the £200 and the £30 bit have really dried up in the last month. There's a particular difference in the trading.
Yeah. Are you finding the footfall has decreased at all? Is that still the same, but people are spending less? How are you finding it?
Footfall is pretty good still. People like to have someone to come for basically a free museum. But yeah, they're still coming, but they're not spending. A lot of them are just looking.
Yeah. Well, that actually brings me on to my last question. One thing about this business is it's very unique, and inside the building you've got lots of antiques, collectibles, you've got some military and some really weird and wonderful taxidermy, all sorts. I understand you've got 65 traders that sell within here. Come the winter, the government have already said that come autumn there's going to be some price rises. Do you think that with the price rises in the autumn, you're going to suffer a bit more? Because obviously you've got to keep that building at a maintained temperature, because otherwise you're going to start to see negative impacts on the stock inside and the building. How do you think a further rise in prices is going to impact your business?
It's obviously going to hit us whichever way it does. The cost of anything going up hits people. The cost of fuel with people coming out to us because we're out of town shopping, so people don't always come with the cost of fuel being. The cost of electric going up, and we are primarily electric heating, is only going to make it that much worse. We will obviously have to turn thermostats down.
Now, I understand that this is a smaller business in what some would consider rural Suffolk. Do you think the rising prices at the pump are kind of having a negative effect on your business because people just don't have the time or the money to sort of commute and drive about nowadays? Do you think is that a fair statement?
Not so much the time, but the cost of the fuel is certainly hitting people in the way their distances they're driving. People are not coming from quite as far as they used to, so it's more the local people who are still coming to us.
Yeah.